It's Friday, and we're coming to you live here. And it's going to be an amazing little live here that we're going to do with our Shield of Faith coaching. And we're going to talk about Happy Friday default, right? Default. Stop defaulting. Stop defaulting in life. Stop defaulting in life. Let me ask you this. There comes a point in your life where you have to stop defaulting. What does defaulting mean? Stop defaulting. Stop going back. I want to give you a word of encouragement. I want to give you a word of wisdom. So many times in life, things don't go the way we want them to go. And as soon as that moment in time comes that we get stressed out, that the pressure hits us, we always default back to who we were. We default back to the things that no longer serve us. And we go back. It happens automatically. Many times we don't even realize that we're doing it. Think about that. When is the last time you really thought about the word default? It means to go back, right? It defaults back to what it is. Stop defaulting back to what you're familiar with. It's time you get familiar with the unfamiliar. Let me say it again. It's time you get familiar with the unfamiliar. The dreams you want are in front of you. The life you want is in front of you. The things you want are in front of you, not behind you. Why do we keep looking backwards? We keep looking back this way, back that way, when everything we want is in front of us. And this is for somebody out there right now. And I want to say this because we have those friends that we associate with. We have those friends that talk about the good old days and how good things used to be. And I get it, right? You want to reflect back on the memories. But if you're always talking about the past every single day, if the past is what you're talking about all the time, well, you're never going to go forward in life. If the people you're hanging around with, they're talking about the past 75% of the time, well, then that means they're not advancing in life. They're not going forwards. They're defaulting back to who they used to be. And today I want you to know that everything you want is in front of you. So think about this. Think about this. What am I looking back at right now in my life? Stop looking back at it. What are you looking back at there? What is it that you're looking back at? I want you to think about that for a moment. Because if you're always looking back, if you're always looking backwards, you're never going to go forwards in life. When those moments of challenges come, those circumstances come of uncertainty, and you're not sure what you need to do, you're not sure what highway to take to go left or to go right. As humans, we want to gravitate towards a path of least resistance. As humans, we want to go down the easy road. As humans, we want to go down that road that we know the answers to. But I can tell you that the path to success on the right side, that's where you grow. That's where the unfamiliar is. And you have to learn how to embrace the unfamiliar. I'm going to say it again. It's time you start getting familiar with the unfamiliar. So many times in our coaching that we tell our clients, right? We tell our clients is that you cannot grow in comfort. You cannot grow being stagnant. You got to get out of that comfort zone, especially in business. You got to take chances in life. And it's always easy to go back to the path of least resistance, to go to the easy path. But no, where you need to go to the path that's on the right-hand side, where it's going to challenge you to grow. It's going to challenge to elevate your thinking and to become that better person that you were born to be. So as this weekend starts today, and it's Happy Friday, yes, and it's been a good week, but dream beyond the week, dream beyond Friday. So many people, we just work for Fridays, we work for the weekends, and then we stop living and doing anything that's going to help us to grow and to achieve that next level of success. We pretty much live for a paycheck. We live for Fridays. And that's a pretty small vision to have for your life, because you were born not to just live for the weekend. You were born to live every single day of your life. Let me say it again. You weren't just born to live for the weekend. You were born to live an extraordinary life every single day. So what right now has you in a point? What right now has you where you're wanting to default back to who you were? What's going on right now in your life? And ask yourself, is this thing that's happening to me right now, is it challenging me to be better? And I'm just frustrated because I don't want to take the intentional focus that I need to overcome this. I don't want to how can I say that? You don't want to. You're just being lazy. You're so used to things being easy. And sometimes that next level of success, it's not easy. It takes work. So stop defaulting. Stop rubber banding back to who you were. Let me ask you this. Is what you really want in life, is it worth the effort and the time that you need to put into it? Because nothing comes for free. Nothing is for free. No career is going to come to you overnight. No business is going to grow overnight. And you got to realize that it takes you to be intentional with what you want to get those very things that you desire. So today, ask yourself this. What do I need to do for myself to stop defaulting? What do I need to stop doing to myself to stop looking back? Because the good old days, guess what? They weren't that good. You keep lying to yourself the way I was lying to myself at one time in my life that, man, it's great. Things are going amazing and life is good. But in reality, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. But I had to get real with me. I had to get real with Daniel Gomez. And in order for you to achieve that next level in your life, you got to get real with you and stop looking back. So think about this as you start the weekend. Is there more to my life than just living for Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays? Is there more to my life than that? Am I leaving my legacy for my children? Am I doing something great that's going to inspire my kids to dream bigger, to want more for themselves? Because the sad part is that when I go speak at some of these schools, there's no drive in these students because they're broken. A lot of these students come from blended families, divorced homes, and they're lost. They don't feel loved. They don't feel like they belong to anything. And unfortunately, they need some guidance. And us as parents, we need to take that initiative. So stop defaulting. Stop looking back. Because the future that you have for yourself, the future that you want for yourself, the life for you and your family is in front of you. And I can say that from experience because the moment I really took the eyes off myself and thought about my son Julian and my daughter Alicia and thought about the entire family, I stopped looking back because that life wasn't getting the results. It wasn't producing the fruit that I wanted. Care enough about yourself, care enough about the people around your immediate family to make the changes that you need to make. Whatever that may mean to you, just know this, that you're worth the investment. Stop lying to yourself and saying that you're happy. Stop lying. I did that for many years. I can say that with honesty. I can say that with truth because I'd rather have me say it than anybody else say it. I was out on my bike having fun, so I thought, but it almost cost me my family. Don't look back anymore. Look forward because the life that God has for you, the life that God has for you and your business is up ahead of you. And maybe you need help. Maybe you need coaching. Maybe you never thought about having a coach, but I can tell you that I'm where I'm at right now. The level of success that we've had in just in our business and in our life has been because I've invested in myself. And if you can't invest in yourself, who's going to invest in you? Who's going to bet on you? So it's time that you realize the only competition you have in this world is the person in front of you, the person that you look at when you look in the mirror right here. When you look in the mirror, that's you. You're your competition. You're the competition. You are your own competition. So stop blaming your primo, stop blaming your prima, stop blaming your cuñado, stop blaming your homie or your sister, your wife, your husband. Stop blaming them and take ownership of who you are and take ownership of that. You are the driver of your bus in life. That bus that you're driving right now in life, you're the driver. So take responsibility. And I can tell you when I really started taking responsibility for myself and I just had me and the guy in the mirror who I didn't like, I had to make the decision to change them, and I did. I cried. I was frustrated. But somebody needs to hear that today, that you need to stop looking back and you need to stop defaulting and going back to what you're used to. It's time you start getting familiar with the unfamiliar. Yes, get familiar with the unfamiliar. I tell you this because I love you. I tell you this because nothing hurts me when you see people that have untapped potential and they don't use it and they get nowhere in life. You see them 3 months they're in the same spot. You see them a year later, they're in the same spot. You see them 3 years later, and damn, they're still in the same spot. It's time you get unstuck, man. It's time you get unstuck. I had to get real with myself 4 years ago, and it's time that you get real with yourself. It's time to stop tolerating those things that you just been tolerating. This is Daniel Gomez Inspires, and I just wanted to encourage you this weekend as you start the weekend to really start thinking about your future and start thinking about, is what I'm doing, am I really happy? Am I really feeling that fulfillment? And maybe you're just trying to suppress. You've been suppressing your emotions so long. You have so much freaking anger inside of you. You have so much hatred inside of you. You have so much jealousy inside of you that you're just not a happy person, whether you're a diva or a dude, whatever one you want to be. But the truth is this, is that you have a God in heaven who loves you, that wants to help you, but you need to open your heart. You need to open your heart. Your heart is a stone right now, and you think the world is against you, but you have a cold heart. This is Daniel Gomez Inspires. If someone needs to hear this message, share on their timeline, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here, Daniel Gomez Inspires on YouTube. And if you're watching this on replay, just give us a hashtag replay. I hope this message encouraged somebody, really made you think about, where am I at in life? Because if you're not self-reflecting, guess what? You're not really taking inventory of where you're at. And the moment I really started taking inventory of where I was at, man, my inventory wasn't good. I want to end on this note. You were born for more. You were born for greatness. You were born for success. God didn't create you to be mediocre. God created you for greatness. And if no one's ever told you they believe in you, this is Daniel Gomez Inspires saying, I believe in you. And if you need help, reach out to me. I'm always here to say a prayer with you. Have an amazing weekend. God bless you. And remember, you're not alone.